Good morning guys, how are we getting on? We all good? So today we are out on the bank, it's Tuesday. Thought I'd come out to OakHanger again and do something a little bit different. I'm going to try some different supermarket baits, kind of a trial really. I went to Lidl a couple of days ago and I bought some meats we normally use on the feeder or banded up, something like a pepperami. So I thought I was wandering around and I saw something called these kabanos cheese. It's turkey, chicken and pork. Thought I'll give these a whirl. I'm going to band them up on the method feeder and get them out. They are a Polish meat. Never tried it before, but thought we'll try it anyway. And also we've got some sweet corn. We all know that sweet corn works, so I'm probably going to try see what works better on the method feeder. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get the feeders out and we'll crack on and see what we can find today. Hopefully we'll get a good carp or two. Right, here's my method feeder. Gonna get some of this meat cut up and get on the method feeder. I'm using a banding tool. My fingers are bloody freezing this morning, so excuse me if I use these. I normally would use me fingers, but to be fair, makes it a lot easier doing this, using a banding tool. And hopefully having that on the method feeder will land a carp, but we'll see. What do you guys think? Worth a trying it. Right, we have our corn. I think I'm gonna get this open and put it on the other one straight away, I reckon. I was gonna try using meats on both. I think we'll do the usual. Get corn. I'll put that on there. Ooh. And we'll get that straight on the method feeder again. I'm gonna band it on. Probably could do it the other way where I could actually go through and pull it into it, but I'm gonna band it on this morning, I think. Go. A banded piece of corn. That might work. We'll see. I know fish like corn, so I'll see why not. We'll get them both out in a second. So yeah, the first one I'm using on the method feeder is naturally sweetened corn, or naturally sweet corn in water. You can buy this from Lidl. It's probably about less than £1. And you get quite a lot of use out of it. You can use it for casting out around the area where you're fishing, just to try and get the fish grubbing around. But I have banded it on as well and used that as a loose feed. The second thing I said I was using is this kabanos cheese and turkey, chicken and pork sort of strips. Very different. It's not something I've seen before, but yeah, it comes in little strips like so, and all I've done is cut them into little small segments and banded them on the method feeder. Yeah, tastes like pepperoni as well. That's quite nice, that, to be fair. And the next thing I'm using, just on the meth feeder as well, on the moulds, is just some soaked up pellets. They've been in probably about 2 to 3 minutes to soak, and they just break down really naturally as well. So they go on the method feeder with the 2 hook baits, which is the sweetcorn and the kabuski. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you're watching this video and you are Polish, please let us know how to spell it, or say it, so to speak. That'd be awesome. And yeah, they're the baits I'm using today, so hopefully I'll land a couple of carp or 2, but that pepperami stuff's actually really, really nice. I think I'll be eating that all day. Let's crack on and land some carp. Right, so I've got both of the feeders out on the dance floor. Hopefully we'll have a good day. I've casted out to the far bank and just into the left-hand side where the tree is, and the right-hand side where the bowl is around the corner, so to speak. Kept it tight down to the margin, so hopefully there'll be a few carp down there. I've done a bit of loose castings of corn around both feeders to see if that helps as well. But I'm hoping today either one or the other will outperform the other. Meats generally are alright and seem to work quite well. Pepperami, things like that on the hook bait. I've seen many people, anglers, using it, and I've used it many times in the past, and it's worked quite well. I don't know how well these Polish sausage will be, but I'm guessing it'll be kind of the same sort of thing. And it does say it's infused with cheese, so I know carp like cheese, so whether it works or not is a different thing. But they weren't that expensive. You can find them in Lidl. I'll try and find a picture of them and the price of them as well. But if you go down to the sausage section where the salami is and the Polish sausage and everything like that, you'll find them pretty cheap. I think they were next to about £2-ish, 140, 150, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. I'll have to double check when I get home. But yeah, excited for today. It's the first time I've been out in quite a little while. I've just not had the chance to come out, guys. It's been so busy at home, and yeah, the weather hasn't been great. So it's the first nice sunny day that's out. Well, it's the first sunny day that I've seen that was going to be forecast to be semi-decent. It was very cold last night, though. My car was pretty much frozen. So I'm hoping that doesn't really affect the fishing, but the feeder is beeping. I don't know if that's a liner or there's fish crubbing around where the feeder is. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have a good day. I'm looking for a good day, and I'd like to land a carp, because every time I've been to OakHanger in the last couple of weeks, I've just not been able to produce anything. So one of the lads that's just on the left-hand side where they've divvied up, they've just brought in a carp, and I'm quite happy for them because they look quite excited. They look young lads anyway, but they look like they're happy. They've been up all night. I don't know if they've landed anything during the night, but it's nice to see someone producing something as well. So if you haven't, guys, and you're new to the channel, if you wouldn't mind giving us a like, follow, and subscribe, that'd be awesome. And leaving a like and a comment really does help sort of push my video out to the algorithms. And if you're also familiar with the hype board, give that a smash as well. That'd be awesome. Hi guys, how are you getting on anyway? You all good? So I thought I'd come out fishing today. Heather's off work finally. It's been quite busy this week. I've been looking after the kids and ferrying them around different places, and it's finally nice to actually get out on the bank. I've just not been able to get out at all, even on the weekend, as Heather's been working loads and stuff and helping out, running different stores all over the country. So it's nice to finally get out when I can. But I tell you what, today is a cold one. For some reason, Colin, not the brightest Colin, decides to sit next to this tree. Sun is on the opposite side, so because it's been so cold and frosty, this part of this swim is just, it's icy everywhere, and it's just not getting any sun. So I'm going to have to adapt and have many coffees. That's nothing unusual, is it, really, having coffee? But anyway, I'm glad to be out on the bank. What have you guys been up to? Been anywhere nice? I was hoping some of you would have told us where to go fishing. There's only a select few have actually put a few places out there on my page, letting me know where you fish and where I should try. So I'm going to probably try a few more places in the near future. Try some places where you guys have told me to go. So I know somebody was talking about Drayton Reservoir. That's a place I've heard about. A few comments. I might try that. Don't know what it's like. I've heard it's supposed to be quite good fishing, so I might have a look into doing that in the near future. But I've got a trip coming up soon anyway. I'm going to Todburn Manor. That's in less than a month now. I'll wait to get on that with Phil. That's going to be a good couple of days out fishing. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and back on the Friday. So that should be good. And I've never been there before, so it should be quite unique and something new. And yeah, it'd be nice just to get out with my mate Phil. It's been a while. He's not been very well recently, is Phil. So hopefully he'll be out on the bank again with us soon. I was hoping he would be out today, but he obviously wasn't feeling up to it, so that's a shame. But never mind. But anyway, I'm glad to be on the bank. Not seeing any carp yet. Not seen anything yet. Apart from one kid who's over the left-hand side who's landed a carp. That was quite nice to see. But I've not seen any movement on the water at all. Not seen anything. But like I said, we're out to try and see if we can snag a fish or two. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to keep persevering with these two different types of baits. I've got one on corn, one on the sort of, what did we say it was called? Cabanosi, Cabanosi. Can't pronounce it. Cabosi, I think it's called. But anyway, cheap baits on Lidl's. Thought we'd try them. It saves on spending mass amounts of money, and it's always good to keep your costs down. Keep costs down when you can, because fishing is not cheap. I was speaking to the bailiff who's been fishing this side for the last couple of weeks. He said he's had a few in this little bay to the left-hand side to me. So I've thrown a feeder down there, and hopefully we'll see if something produces down there. But I don't know, even if you're on the carp at the moment, you know, they're not going to be moving around that much, and they're certainly not going to be feeding as much as well because of the cold weather. I suppose just look at the draw, isn't it? You just got to be in the right place at the right time, and all you can do is try. But anyway, I'm wittering. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, enjoy the surroundings, and chill out. And if you haven't already, drop us a sub, it'd be awesome. Let's crack on. Right, I'm going to get my feeder out again and put it out a bit further and maybe in a different direction. I don't know. But let's get the feeder out there. God, I'm stuck in that mud then. I think I'm going to cast it probably somewhere in the middle over here for this feeder again. Just think I'll try something a bit different. Yeah, about there. There you go. I think that'll do. And what? There you go, bait runner on. So we'll see how that does. But like I said, you got to keep moving around and see if you can find the carp. They're going to be somewhere. They're not going to be moving around as much and frequently as you would do in summer. Like I said, I can only but try. hopefully if I get some sort of liners, then maybe I can start bringing it back a little bit. I might, or I don't know. Anyway, let's see what that produces. Well, guys, it is hard going today. I've not seen any fish anywhere in my swim. I've tried to take it to different parts of the area underneath the tree over the right hand side over there. I've tried to the left hand side of my swim. Nothing. It's just really hard going. I suppose the weather last night, it was probably minus last night, so I'm guessing that's probably what's making the fish less active. I'm just struggling today, to be honest. I was hoping to fish well with these two sort of branded sort of supermarket baits. I mean, sweet corn's normally a go-to thing. What carp don't like sweet corn? Don't know. And Pepper Army sort of substitute. I was hoping, I'd have something, any takes or some sort of indications, but I've not had any at all. I've had a couple of beeps, but no takes at all. So it is frustrating, especially this time of the year. I'd like to have a carp on the back, but I know that's not always the case. You can't always come out and catch, but I was hoping to at least have something. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since I was last out, so I mean, I did catch 3 on that particular time, so maybe I should have gone straight to the place where I fished last time, but I like to try and go to different places, so, and you can't always predict what's going to happen, it's just the way it is. But probably going to leave it for another couple of hours, probably an hour and a half to 2 maybe, probably call it about 1 o'clock. I can't see it getting any better today, to be perfectly honest. I'm just not seeing any shows or anything, or any halos or any bubbles or anything. It's just demoralising. But the only one thing I've seen today is that lad across the way. It's actually had 1 carp, and that's all that's been come out of the water today. So anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? Got to be in it to win it, like I keep saying, and hopefully my rods will shoot over at some point and I'll have a carp, but we'll see. Anyway, right, I'm going to have another coffee and probably recast again, I think, at some point, probably in the next half an hour. But we'll leave it there and I'll come back to you shortly. Right, just cast out again. I'm going to go just to the edge of this margin, over to the left. See if that brings anything. Doubt it, but we'll see. Like I can only do is try. I've moved around pretty much everywhere on this particular area in the swim, but if the fish are not biting, they're not biting. I'll have to come out again and do another session and try out these baits some more. But you never know, there's still time. Got to stay positive for what it's worth. Anyway, I've got a good trip coming up in the next couple of weeks, so there'll be plenty of time for filming, not just little short half-day sessions. Got to stay positive, girl. That's all you can do.
Right guys, it's time. I'm going to go home. I've had enough today. It's just not been happening at all. I've tried my best. Tried to land a carp or two, but it's not meant to be. It is what it is. So I'm going to go home and freshen up, sort myself out, and yeah, just relax, I guess. I'm going to go out again on the weekend, I think on Sunday, so I might come back out and try again on these particular baits, because I know they'll come good at some point. I just think the fishing's just far too hard today. It's just been far too cold for it last night, I think. The cold snap again has made the fish turn off. But yeah, if you haven't already, guys, if you wouldn't mind, give us a like, follow and subscribe. That'd be awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'll have something on the next video. Who knows? Catch you later.